When Skyrim launched back in 2011, it wasn't just a hit, it was a cultural reset. And over a decade later, people are still playing it, still modding it, still making YouTube videos about it. So, naturally, the question comes up a lot. Why hasn't any game, even with bigger budgets and better tech, managed to truly recapture what made Skyrim special? As someone who works in narrative design, I think the answer is surprisingly simple and incredibly difficult to execute. It all comes down to two things: freedom and immersion. Let me break that down. Skyrim doesn't just offer choices. It offers agency. It doesn't tell you how to play. It gives you the tools, the world, and then just says, go. You can be a noble hero, a chaotic thief, a wandering alchemist who never touches a sword. There are no strict classes, no morality system guiding your behavior. You define your own role, and the game supports that with systems that are flexible enough to adapt. That level of freedom? It's incredibly hard to design, because the moment you try to structure it too tightly, you lose that magic. Now, let's talk about immersion. Most games treat the world as a backdrop. Skyrim made it the main character. Everything from weather systems to ambient sounds to the way NPCs live their lives, it all contributes to a feeling that this world was here before you arrived, and it'll still be here when you leave. It doesn't need to scream its lore at you. You feel it in the atmosphere. That's not just good level design, that's narrative design working at the environmental level. And here's something I admire deeply: environmental storytelling. Skyrim tells stories without ever needing a cutscene. You'll walk into a ruined house, see a skeleton slumped over a bed, a charred journal nearby, and instantly, you've pieced together a tragedy. No exposition. No dialogue tree. Just world design that trusts the player to connect the dots. That's powerful storytelling. And of course, we can't ignore the modding scene. Bethesda gave players the keys, literally. People added new quests, new lands, entirely new mechanics. The result? A game that never really ends. It evolves with its players. And honestly, that's something most studios aren't prepared to support long-term, even though it's one of the biggest reasons Skyrim still lives. So yeah, dragons and dungeons are cool. But the real magic of Skyrim? It's that it lets you write your own story in a world that feels ancient, alive, and reactive. And that's why, from a narrative design perspective, it's still unmatched. Not because no one's tried, but because what it does best is also what's hardest to get right. That's the Skyrim difference.